Hey, X, guess what?
What's that?
I just got my paycheck. Just got my money. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Being a doctor really paid off because now I can afford so many things. I finally got my paycheck. It's $300, right? I could spend it on groceries, but I really, really want to get a Switch because I really want to play Metroid Dread. But it's so expensive, isn't it, Steven? The Switch.
Oh, dude,
man.
have I got good news for you, man?
What? What is
I think guess what? The Nintendo Switch just got a price drop in Europe.
Holy shit! Really? How much?
Yeah.
Is it 100 or 200?
259 pounds or 299 euros, I guess.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
I don't know the weird European symbols for money.
How much is that in like fake Ukrainian money?
Let me tell you, if it's 350 euros, right?
No, 300 euros.
300 euros in not USD. That's not the national Ukrainian.
300 euros in USD.
It looks like it's 9,400 hryvnia, or however you say that word.
Okay, so I lied. Those are two of my paychecks, but that's still like a lot. By the way, I'm not making this up. That's how much I earn with my official job. That's why I'm doing this podcast, so I could support myself.
Yep. All that supplemental Tempcast income.
Oh yeah, this price cut. Well, it makes sense to me. I honestly did not know they still sold Switches officially for 350 euros. That sounds so absurd to me.
Well, no, it was 330 euros before this, so it lost
$30 less.
$30. Yeah, not the biggest discount.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous considering I bought mine on launch day for like $300.
Yeah, they're 380 Canadian. I don't know exactly how that shakes out, but it's a lot less than 330 euros.
Yeah.
The initial price was 300 in the US.
Yeah, and it still hasn't budged here. We're getting screwed over. We didn't get a price cut. Even if our initial price was like $200 lower.
You guys think that this is just Nintendo's attempt to get more popular in the EU? Or is it just like out of human decency because selling a glorified 7-year-old Android tablet for 350 euros is just too much?
I mean, it's probably just to garner headlines of like, oh my god, it's a price drop. And then people see it's still obscenely expensive and then probably forget about it. But, maybe there's one or two people that want to latch onto the price drop.
I think they must have seen like some slight fall in demand. They're like, maybe we can sweeten this a little bit.
Yeah, maybe, but still, the Switch is just, financially speaking, not a good decision to make. Like, compared to a PS5 digital version would have been, 50 euros more expensive than a Switch, right? Am I thinking correctly? Okay.
But you can't play that on the go, and it doesn't have Pokemon.
Yeah, and you're not getting Pokemon, you're not getting Metroid, you're not getting WarioWare.
The thing with Nintendo is they can charge whatever they want for their systems because people will buy their systems just to play Nintendo games. Sony and Microsoft have exclusives, but like Nintendo just has so much IP, they can just do whatever they want.
Yeah, but they typically do go cheaper than everybody else, usually. I mean, I guess maybe in Europe is the exception, but over here, they're always a lot cheaper than Microsoft and Sony.
Yeah, I suppose so. Though, I would argue I've seen Xbox Series S's go for less than new Switches.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, yeah. But that's new. The Series S is fairly cheap compared to, where the One or the 360 were at.
Honestly, if Game Pass was more available in Ukraine, I don't think it's even available in Ukraine. I'd probably get a Xbox at some point because PC gaming, it's dead. I'm sorry, it's over. Because look at the price of graphics cards. It's not sustainable. Like, nobody's going to pay $700 for a 3060 when you can get the same performance from an Xbox.
Well, it's not going to be the same performance, but it'll be good enough. I mean, except for the people that are really insane about, frame rates and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's enough to play like Call of Duty and stuff. I don't know what kind of Xbox games are there. Really.
But honestly, I don't think the people who were playing PC games were ever thinking about the price when they were playing PC games. I feel like it's just, at least the people I tend to know, it just seems like a completely different culture of gaming. Like the people who are console versus PC.
I don't know. I think like the borders between those classes of gamers have been getting blurred more and more recently. I've seen a lot more people like switch from PC to consoles to PS5 specifically because of like the powerful exclusives that system has and the affordability of the PS5. Ironically, though it is $500. No tax. It's still cheaper than the cheapest PC build you can get with decent performance. Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that's just the feeling right now at the start of a console generation before this stuff gets outdated and the people who are into, performance and all that will grow disillusioned with consoles?
You know what? I don't think we're going to get any more graphical leaps. I think the PS5 is going to be like the last one where we see like a big difference in graphic performance as compared to the previous gen. I don't think we're going to see even a PlayStation 6. Like, what else can you do other than more ray tracing?
Well, I mean, you're still at a point where like people don't look real in video games, right? Like there's still uncanny valley going on.
I don't even think that's an issue with hardware. Because look at movies. Look at Rogue One, the final scene with with Leia. That doesn't look realistic, and that's definitely not running on a PS5. That's running on something like way more powerful that took like weeks to render for those 3 seconds, and it still looks like crap. So I don't think like the uncanny valley is an issue with performance right now.
Right. I agree, but at the same time, you can appreciate Leia and then Grand Moff Tarkin in that movie looked way better than anything from a video game.
Yeah, I guess. Remember when LA Noire came out and people hailed it? Oh man, they use motion capture to capture every single like performance of those actors. And when it came out, honestly, I probably was the only guy who at that time thought that this looks like crap. This does not look realistic at all. This looks barely better than like GTA Vice City.
I don't know. I think there will always be places to go. I think even if things don't necessarily start to look better, I think games could get bigger and more complicated, and then you'll need better hardware to run them at decent frame rates and stuff, right? So I think eventually any hardware will show its age.
Not to mention, there's always like throwing the potential of future VR onto this.
X, I did not know you practice drums in your free time.
Yeah, so there's lots of dishes going on in the background. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're just cooking some lasagna in the studio right now. Sorry, guys.
We're all busy. We got to eat while we record.
Yeah, but the thing you said about performance, that's what kills me about the Nintendo Switch. Because I was actually looking at all the money I have right now. I can either buy myself a bicycle trainer or a Switch OLED. And what kills me is that the Switch OLED is just a regular Switch with a better screen. This makes me even more mad that Nintendo didn't make a Switch Pro, because all the Switch games I'm looking at right now, like Metroid Dread, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Arceus. I just look at them and I'm thinking, man, this would look so much better if it ran on a system that could handle it. Like, really, Legends Arceus could have been such an awesome game if it was like on... I'm not even talking about the PS5. If it was on the PS4, it would have looked amazing. It would have run amazingly.
Let me ask you this. Do you actually think Game Freak, do you think Game Freak is capable of creating a game that looks any better than Legends Arceus looks right now? Because they're absolutely not.
I'd argue, yeah. I honestly, at this point, from what I've heard from like indie developers for the Switch is ridiculously underpowered, especially like in 2021. What's the best looking Switch game? Is it still Let's Go Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. I think that's the best looking Pokemon game as of right now.
It depends how you're defining that.
I think it is, because from what I looked, it looked nice. It looked like it ran at 1080p, at least 30 frames per second, and it had good anti-aliasing. Legends Arceus has 0 anti-aliasing. It looks sometimes like Minecraft. Though I'd argue Minecraft looks better. It doesn't look good. But I think if Game Freak really had the hardware, they could have done something better. I mean, fans can make, like, have you seen those fan remakes in Unreal Engine and stuff? Like, yeah, those are great.
But Game Freak's not known, at least not in recent time, for putting a whole lot of effort and time into the video games that they create. And I think, I don't know, my thought is that they've gotten really lazy and they're just trying to like push games out as fast as possible. And I really think actually if the Switch was more powerful, the game would have a better lighting engine, and that's about the biggest difference we would see from them, because they've just been making, mobile games for too long, and I don't think they have people who are really specialized in like making a giant AAA production game.
I like how you said mobile games, as if Game Freak has been making like gacha games on Android for the past 10 years.
Okay, portable games.
It's the same thing if you think about it. Yeah. But, the Switch, it's a funny little system. It costs 300 and it's 300 euros now. It's got the same power as my $200 iPad from 3 years ago, and it doesn't even support Bluetooth headphones. So what's the point in buying this thing?
Oh, that's where you're wrong again, Alan John.
What?
Look, you're just walking into trap after trap, because the other day, Nintendo released Switch Update 13.0, which finally adds Bluetooth audio support. Yeah! You can finally connect a set of Bluetooth headphones to your Switch and listen to audio. Although, if it has a microphone, the microphone will still not work.
What?
That's another 13 updates and 4 years down the line, probably.
Yeah, this was a long time coming. I think recently, before this, there was a small minor update that actually leaked the Bluetooth audio function coming in soon. Was that a thing? Yeah, I think that happened. Totally happened.
I'm not sure. Not that I remember hearing.
This is so weird. Like, Bluetooth headphones, just so you guys know. You can take an old Nokia phone from, 2006, right? Like a Nokia 6300. That thing supports Bluetooth headsets. You can connect a pair of AirPods to that thing. But a Nintendo Switch, up until right now, couldn't do that, despite having Bluetooth capabilities in it, which is... It's so confusing. It's right there. And they just use it for controllers. What?
It makes no sense. It's so confusing. Like, it's one of those things, like, it wouldn't even occur to you to check to see if it supported Bluetooth audio, because why wouldn't it? Every handheld device for God knows how long has supported Bluetooth audio.
Well, they're so far behind. I mean, Nintendo still doesn't have achievements. I think you still can't customize your Switch like home at all in any way.
No, you can switch between a light theme and a dark theme. That's it.
Revolutionary.
Eric Xander just woke up.
Well, sorry, Eric. We'll keep it down.
This is so weird. Why do you think? Okay, let's throw out the idea that Nintendo is extremely incompetent, right? Why would they wait so long for this? What would it be? Were they waiting for to get some kind of Bluetooth license certificate to pair with headphones? Or did they just didn't test it enough in pre-production in order to release it on launch?
They've been doing intensive tests for the last 4.5 years.
That seems like a Nintendo thing. They test out every single pair of Bluetooth headphones available, and they just keep coming out, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta use the AliExpress Key Y TWS C75s. We've got to test if this works." Yeah, it works. Ah, shit! They came out with 20 more. God damn it.
I think it's undersell and overdeliver. It's kind of Nintendo's motto.
What are they selling? What are they delivering? I don't get it. That doesn't fit at all.
What I mean is, like basically if they release something with 0 features, every time they release a basic function, people are like excited about it. Like, ooh, yay, there's like a dark theme now. We can, they're like, we can upload our saves online. Wow, cloud saves?
Wait, the Switch doesn't have cloud saves?
It does, but I don't believe it launched with cloud saves.
No, I don't think it did.
That was like one of the features.
I think you have to pay for them, right?
Yeah, you have to have Nintendo Switch Online, I believe.
Should we go to the next topic? Does anybody else want to talk about how awesome Bluetooth headsets are on the Switch? Have any of you tried your Bluetooth headsets on your Switches?
You know, it actually hasn't occurred to me to try it. I assume the process works, but now that I say that out loud, it seems ridiculous to assume that it works. It is worth pointing out, Atmosphere still isn't updated to work with this.
Oh, yeah. Atmosphere literally last week came out with version 1.0.
Yeah, and now it's not working with
Damn.
the version 13 yet. It'll what's his oh man, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Cyrus M or something. He told us in the comments of a Tempcast once, but I can't remember how to pronounce his name now.
I always thought it was Cyrus M, like Alan saying.
It is.
Yeah. He seems confident he'll get it to work. He just hasn't actually hasn't finished working on it yet.
Wait, Cyrus M is the lead developer on Atmosphere?
I
What?
believe so, yeah. He's posting, yeah.
He's the guy who made that June 15th meme, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. Damn. I'm so stupid. I keep forgetting. Like, these celebrities, these online scene celebrities are listening to this podcast, and I can't even remember them. Like, tomorrow, Smia's going to, I don't know, write on the topic, right on the thread, and I'm going to be like, who the hell is Smia? Where did I see this guy?
Wait, isn't he that guy who hacked a vibrator?
Excuse me? Did he get Doom running on a vibrator?
He also hacked a little system called 3DS.
Oh, really? I haven't heard of that one.
It just recently got Bluetooth audio support.
I have a game system like that, but it's kind of square and made of leather.
Nobody is gonna get that reference, X. Nobody. I don't think even Steven got that reference.
No, that went over my head.
I think there might be a prince who might get that reference.
This is some Donald D shit.
Okay. Donald G, bro.
Donald Trump.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
How do we go to the next topic? At times like this, where Nintendo is releasing, products and for money and stuff, I'm thinking, where can I spend my money, and where can I give my money to companies that don't give a damn about their IPs and occasionally release really shitty collections of their best games, but never the ones that you want. Never like Metal Gear, never like Silent Hill. It's always something stupid and very easy to port, man. I wish there was some kind of advanced collection for Castlevania games. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the worst segue ever made.
I like that you kept it very general at first and then specified 2 Konami franchises as if you didn't know where it was going.
I thought you were going to talk about pachinko games.
So the thing is, there's this rumor going on the internet, and unlike that terrible, absolutely terrible GeForce Now rumor that I still don't have any fucking idea got onto the front page of GBA Temp. Right?
Oh, should we talk about that?
No, we shouldn't. There's nothing to talk about there. Because
well, explain why it's dumb, because people definitely saw that and were like, oh, cool, there's going to be a GeForce Now games.
So this guy basically showed us how he edited the GeForce Now page to anything you want. So it's basically like a school kid discovering inspect element in Chrome, where you can change the parameters of anything. And you could put in any game you want. And then he says, oh, I also hacked it so you can see these games that haven't come out yet, and he listed like God of War 4 from the PS4 coming to GeForce now. What else? Let me see this list. This is fucking absurd.
New Super Mario Bros. Was on the apparent list.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Oh my god. What? That is so
The
stupid.
Dolphin emulator was on the list. The Dolphin emulator is coming to GeForce now, apparently.
The GTA 3 remaster? Sure, of course.
Just that
also-
one.
Yeah.
Although I guess it would be on brand for Take-Two if they were going to remaster it to just do GTA 3.
Demon Souls, which I wish that would happen, but it won't. I'm sorry. What else? Oh, I heard rumors of a Final Fantasy 9 remake.
What?
Yeah, they skipped 8. Yeah. I think that was in the
Sure.
the
Oh, a
list.
Chrono Cross remaster.
Chrono Cross, yeah. Fuck Chrono Trigger. Nobody gives a shit about that stupid game. Let's go
Chrono
let's do
Cross.
Chrono Cross HD. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be like if they did like a Final Fantasy X-2 remaster.
The best Final Fantasy game ever. Yeah, this is absolutely stupid. Wait. Somebody's gonna ask directions right now. Do you like it? No, they're just f***ing arguing about Canadians. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
They literally are. I won't get into it, but they are arguing about Canadian people.
What is there to argue about? I mean,
We're pretty placid, bro. We're not hurting anyone.
I mean, the accents kind of suck, but like other than that,
Oh!
I mean, sometimes they call Mario, but other
Oh! God damn you.
I'm talking. Jesus Christ! God damn it!
It's okay, buddy. It's not picking up. Tune them out.
it did pick up just a little bit
Yeah,
at
a
the
little
end.
tiny bit, but... So, dude, you'll be okay.
Fucking Newfoundlanders.
Newfoundlanders.
Go back to Vancouver, where the f*** you came from, man. Okay, enough. So this is why we're not talking about the GeForce Now leak, because it's stupid. And you're stupid if you believe it. I'm sorry, but it's true. Yeah. Chari was probably forced by Costello to post this on the front page because it's clickbait. That's how desperate we are right now. And yeah, so we're not talking about that. But this comes from, Steven, do you know the details? This comes from a Taiwan ratings board.
Castlevania Advanced Collection. Yep, so it comes from, like you said, Taiwanese ratings board, although a little while ago, back in June, it was also leaked by an Australian ratings board.
Yeah.
It is a collection coming for the PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PC that will contain Area of Sorrow, Harmony of Dissonance, and Circle of the Moon.
I like how you listed those games not in the release dates, but the opposite way.
I know nothing about Castlevania. I could not tell you what order.
It's Circle of the Moon, then Harmony of Dissonance, and then Area of Sorrow, and Circle of the Moon is not canon.
Whoa.
So you should have known that.
Sorry.
So.
I wonder why they're including it in the collection then.
Because it's a good game. Circle of the Moon is a really, really fun game, which was underappreciated at the time it came out, because a funny thing, the GBA didn't have a backlight until the AGS 101 SP.
The SP.
So it didn't have a backlight. And Circle of the Moon, its art direction is really nice. It has really nice sprite work, but everything's dark. And so if you had like a Gen 1 GBA, you couldn't play that game because you couldn't see anything because of how dark it was.
Did it come out before or after the backlight revision existed?
Way before. It was the first Castlevania game on the GBA.
Oh, okay.
And
That
so
sucks.
You think they would have like play tested it on real hardware at some point?
They probably did.
They were probably pre-planning for the Advanced Collection on PS4.
Hey, it's coming to Switch too.
Does the Switch have a backlight?
That's coming
No,
in
they
a few
haven't.
years.
That's the next feature.
That's the big feature of the OLED.
It's coming in 14.0. Funny thing is, the next Castlevania game after Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, which is the first Castlevania game that I've played. I still have that copy somewhere. It went the opposite route. It went completely off the rails with bright colors to such an extent that everything was so bright in that game and outlined that it's nauseating to look at when you're playing on a modern system. You need to play it with like different hacks that change the sprite work. I'm pretty sure those exist. If you want to play it like on any system that has a backlight on it, because of how bright everything is. But Area of Sorrow is the sweet spot. That's when they fine tune it. Like that's when the main character is kind of light bluish in comparison to everything else. So that's why you can see like the main character and the differentiate it between the background and stuff, because the background's a little bit darker. And so yeah, that's people still argue to this day which GBA Castlevania game was the best. What do you guys think? What's your favorite?
Oh, I love Area of Sorrow. I feel like that's really where they hit the sweet spot on the lighting, where the main character is kind of a light bluish hue.
I'm more of a fan of Circle of the Moon, just because I'm more of a edgy person personally, and my first GBA system was the SP.
Oh, nice.
So you're a spoiled brat. Okay. Your first system wasn't like a piece of cardboard that said Game Boy on it? That was mine. So
It was just a piece of cardboard full, like, covered head to toe in black magic marker, and it said area, or fucking, what was it, Circle of the Moon on it.
The worst part
You
of
couldn't
all
tell
of
the
this was actually Alan was the rich kid in his class. Everyone else, they just had like a dead rat they had to carry around.
They called it Alucard.
so funny. I love poverty memes. No, but this collection, I don't know what to think about it, honestly. I'm a fan of these games, but I don't want to support Konami, but I feel like I have to. You guys get that feeling?
Just because you love their IP and you're like, oh god, like, I just don't want them to die. Like, I would like to see anything come of this.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, this is like an angel and a devil. Like, one side is telling me don't support Konami. The other one is like, you got to support this franchise. Otherwise, they're just going to pump out pachinko stuff out of it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And like you said at the start, it feels like Konami is always pimping out Castlevania. I feel like we get fairly regular, like, collections and re-releases, but they haven't done anything with Metal Gear or Silent Hill since the HD collections on PS3 in, like, what, 2011 and 2012, I think?
Well, I think they did a Metal Gear Solid release for the 3DS. Am I making that up?
That was a long
they
time
remade
ago.
Snake Eater for the 3DS, you're right. And they did put out Metal Gear 1 and then Solid 1 and 2 on GOG also.
That was 10 years ago.
What, the 3DS remake? It was
Yes.
a while ago.
That was a launch title.
Oh, it was?
a
Really?
launch title? Holy shit. So that was even before the Silent Hill collection, and it was the same year as the HD collection.
All I want from them is for them to like re-release Minish Cap, actually. That's what I want from Capcom at this point.
Who's talking about Capcom? What the fuck? This is Konami.
I'm talking about Konami.
Oh my god. X, I thought you were one of the smart ones.
What I'm really waiting for is Platinum to re-release Bayonetta. That would be nice.
I need to sleep. That's embarrassing. What the fuck?
Finish Cap.
Also, did Capcom make Minish Cap? I didn't
They
know that.
did. They actually...
Okay.
That's
Oh my
off
God.
topic, but they also made 2 other Zelda games.
Weird, I didn't know that.
They made Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, no, it's really weird to want re-releases in HD collections, because normally people complain about them when they're out, but like, I just love the Konami franchises a lot, and I really would like to see them active even a little bit, or like a little bit more accessible for people.
What I don't understand is there's a lot of money there. Like, they could even just sell their IPs. Why just let them sit and, like, you know, do nothing with
I don't know. Well, they have said, I think when the pandemic started, Pachinko took a big hit, and they said that they're planning on getting heavier into video game development, and they said, like, around E3, they're like, oh, we're not going to be here. We're not going to be at E3 this year, but we're in heavy development on a lot of projects, and we'll be there next year. So, like,
Yeah.
watch out, guys. So, like,
I remember that.
maybe something's coming, but I don't know.
The thing is, The interesting part about this collection is that these 3 games, you can play them literally on anything. Anything, at least on PC, you can play them. On your Android phone, you can play them. I'm pretty sure you can play it on any hacked console, at least, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Even retro.
Pretty much anything can run a GBA, right?
Anything can run a GBA. My first Nokia phone could emulate a GBA without sound. By the way, that's actually how I finished Zero Mission. I played Zero Mission, completed it on a Nokia phone.
Nice.
That's impressive.
That does not sound comfortable.
Extremely uncomfortable. I look at the Nokia phone. I still have it. It's that one that it's the 3250. Listeners, please Google that phone and just look at that image and try to imagine how I beated Zero Mission on that thing. That's why I love Metroid, by the way. But
it's okay, Alan. You can admit you're still using that phone to play GBA games. No one's going to judge you for it.
I ruined that keyboard. I had to buy a new keyboard for that phone. So I ruined it. Imagine doing speed tricks with that keyboard in Metroid. Good luck. Good luck. But anyways, yeah, this collection, this takes 0 effort. You just make a good menu. You take some open source GBA emulator code that preferably runs on anything. Just put in the ROMs. You don't even need to look for the ROMs. Just PM me and I'll send you the ROMs. I've got them. And yeah, that's the easiest way you can make this collection. Just put it up on Steam. So what I would be surprised and would show actual effort from Konami is if they ported the DS games. In my opinion, those Castlevania DS games are way better than the GBA ones. Way better. Even Portrait of Ruin, even that game is still better.
Wow, even Portrait of Ruin.
Honestly, yeah. And you can't play those games on like a PSP or whatever, because those games require you having a touch screen on them, right? And it's difficult to play that on like a PC because you need to occasionally use your mouse or whatever to touch screen and stuff like that. So it would have been nice for them to take those games and then like remaster them, just keep the sprite work and remove all the bullshit touchscreen capabilities. So yeah, I'd rather see that than this, because this is like, again, 0 effort. Didn't they release a Castlevania collection with the older NES games?
Actually, yes. Casltevania Anniversary Collection was released back in 2019 and had all the classic 2D Castlevania games. I don't get it. Why can't they do the same thing with Metal Gear Solid 1? Just bundle it with a PlayStation 1 emulator. I mean, they could easily find the ISO.
The issue with that, Steven, with Metal Gear Solid 1, is the fact that you need 2 ISOs. You need disc 1 and disc 2. That's a 2-disc game.
That's too much for them. They can't figure that out.
You can't. How do you ship a PS1 emulator with 2? It's too difficult.
And then when you get to that screen that says change disc, how are they going to code that?
Exactly. I had to open up the menu and load it up. How are you going to do that on a PS4?
And where are they going to find the PS1 BIOS file?
Oh yeah, that still hasn't been decoded. You still need to have what you need to do is have a PS1 and you extract the BIOS from that, because you don't download PS1 BIOS.zip. No, that's illegal. You're going to go to jail for that, so don't do that.
Yeah, everyone who's ever played on a PS1 emulator has dumped their own BIOS.
And their own games.
When I had to plug in my computer, my cat is sitting in my computer chair, and I tried to sit down on my chair, hoping she would get scared and run away, and she just let me sit on her. And now I have to stand up near my computer and record because I don't want to sit on my cat.
Did you just admit to abusing your cat in front of the entire GBA Tempcast audience?
No, I admitted to trying to, and she called my bluff. So now I'm being wrecked by my cat.
Steven, have you ever ran out of toilet paper and the cat was the only thing that was in your vicinity?
No.
Good.
Unfortunately.
Lucky cat.
She's lucky if it ever happens. She's first on the list.
Wow. Not even like, a bath?
No.
Not the shower.
I can't take her into the shower. You know how cats are with water. Don't be stupid.
You still gotta wash them. You still gotta bathe them occasionally.
No, I never clean my cat. She takes care of that.
No, you literally need to clean your cat. You need to wash your
No.
cat. What?
She's
No.
fine. She's fine.
I think it depends somewhat on if it's an inside or outside cat.
She's an inside cat.
Yeah, if you let your cat outside, you gotta watch him all the time.
Yeah, if I let her out, I probably would. But actually, sometimes when she shits, she doesn't get all the shit out of her fur. So she'll be walking around with little bits of shit on her fur, and I got to pick her up and cut off bits of fur.
Is your cat obese or something? I have never had that problem with a cat.
I've heard it's a common problem with obese cats, and she's chunky. I didn't think she was that bad. But I don't know. I guess in my eyes, she looks beautiful to me. I can't see her problems.
Aw, that's so cute.
I know. Poor thing.
It's funny because fat people are the same. They can't reach the gotta use toilet paper, but you can't. Really.
No. Yeah, she has to pick shit out of my ass sometimes too. It's a two-way street. She doesn't like when I do it too. So sometimes when I pick her up, she gets upset because she thinks I'm gonna do that. And one time I picked her up, and I was just gonna pet her, but we were standing near the bathroom because that's where I always do it. And she whipped around and she dug her claws into my head, and she actually drew blood from my scalp because she dug into my head so hard.
Wow.
I was like, "Fuck, man, sorry, I didn't mean to clean you. I thought you were a fucking cat. I thought you liked being clean. Stupid fucking sack of shit."
I'm keeping all of this in.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck my cat.
Dude, you sound like you're from Trailer Park Boys right now.
Do I? I've never seen that show.
Dude, you have to watch it.
Yeah, okay.
10 out of
I've heard
10.
that.
There's this character, Bubbles, who also is very obsessed with his cats.
I like my cat a lot. She's a little sack of shit, but I like her.
You could say that about a lot of people.
I like Konami a lot, even though they're a little sack of shit with their shitty reports and collections. Are we still talking about that?
Wait, no, we moved on to Capcom, right? I thought we... Oh, God.
So, Trailer Park Boys, is that a PS4 exclusive?
They're collecting all the Trailer Park Boys games from the Game Boy Advance.
Because if that's a PS4 exclusive, then I wouldn't be able to play that because all I have is a PC, and everybody knows you can't play PS4
but did you
games.
know there's a new emulator, and apparently it can play Pong from this video I saw.
Wow, my favorite PS4 game.
Fun fact, we actually talked about this last week.
No, this is a brand new, all different PS4 emulator, dude. The scene is blowing up. People are getting intense.
You've never seen a green bar go across the screen.
We were talking about the last giant leaps in gaming history. This green bar looks like dog shit on the PS3, okay?
Oh my god.
So we're talking about RPCS4 is a pretty famous PS3 emulator. I almost said famous. Pretty famous PS3 emulator. And the guy who originally started that project, he's no longer working on it, he put out a video, a progress update for his new emulator, RPCS4, which will be a PS4 emulator.
Yeah.
Alan John, why don't you walk us through the video? Why don't you tell us?
Okay, so if anybody's ever worked in Visual Studio, it's basically Microsoft's, I don't know what, this is some coding shit, whatever. It's a program, right? It's just a blank slate, and he presses F5 or whatever it is to run his program. A window pops up, right? And it says on the top left, RPCS4, which totally makes it legit. We got start, settings, quit. And he presses start, I suppose.
Now that's speculation. We cannot confirm that he pressed start.
Absolutely, yeah. And so what he starts is a file that's called 4D _video_out_basic. I don't know what PS4 exclusive this is. Is this like a launch title or something? Did this come out with Spider-Man or God of War? I don't know. But he starts that video, and what we see at first is what seems to be just a gray screen. But if we look a little bit further, it turns out that no, it's a lighter gray screen with this checkerboard pattern on it. But it's not really a checkerboard pattern because all the squares are the same color.
It's almost like a grid, you might call it.
You know what? That might be a grid. We don't really know. It might as well.
That hasn't been confirmed.
Yeah. Once again,
this is the Digital Foundry breakdown of this video.
We need Captain Disillusion here to dissect this frame by frame. And what we have is a green bar that's going vertically from, that's the left, and it goes to the right, right? And then at the 5th second, it goes back to the left. So what we know is that in this game, the green bar goes from left to right and it bounces off the walls. So this is absolutely a giant leap in PS4 emulation. This is way bigger than Spline ever wished it could be. Like, what can Spline do?
Or
Play
Spine,
Undertale?
even. Spine, not Spline.
Is it Spine?
It's Spine.
Anyway,
not Spine.
Spleen, the PS4 emulator, the other one, the shittier one.
The one that can play games.
Yeah.
Not the one that plays green lines.
Look at what RPCS4 can do. Like, these graphics, wow. Even though this is like a 240p Twitter video, like, I'm surprised. Like, look how smooth that line is going. I think that's 60 FPS, right?
Oh my god.
Might be 120 for all we know.
Yeah, it looks pretty smooth.
But if you think about it, here we are 8 years out from the launch of the PS4, and we're already getting green bars going left and right. In another 7 years, we might be able to get it going up and down too.
I remember when I first unboxed my PS4 on launch day, and I saw that green bar, and I thought this is the death of PC gaming. This is... I don't know what the fuck this video is. I wrote the article about this, and I had to go to the r/emulation subreddit and look at their reactions to the video and see if they were all laughing at the joke, because I thought it might have been a prank. Because I don't know what the fuck it is. It's from the real RPCS3 account, which is great. I guess it's real. No one on GBA Temp seemed to think it was fake either, but I don't know what the fuck it means. And considering there was a PS4 emulator unveiled last week that can actually run games, this seems like a pretty desperate attempt to stay relevant.
Oh my god. This is like when Joe Rogan got $100 million deal, and I was like, hey, we just became GBA Temp's #1 podcast. We've outgrown the EOF cast, guys. Yeah. But this thing, it's funny how he says that RPCS4.com is a fake one. It's a fake website. So don't visit that.
Don't go to... No. Yeah, and also there's another PS4 emulator out there called PCSX4 that looks very legitimate, but I don't know what its downloads are because I didn't want to download them, but probably stay away from them because it's not a real emulator.
Do you think the Switch could run this game?
I don't know. Have you seen the graphics on that green bar? That looks like RTX. Such a vast game. Is it open world? It looks open world. Like the grid, it like cut off, right? It's not a perfect grid. There's more to this grid than we.
Holy shit!
There's a colorblind person watching this video who doesn't see that bar at all.
I don't think that's how colorblindness works, to be honest, X.
What are you, a doctor or something?
Listen, well, the important thing to remember is that the team that created this emulator has no overlap with the RPCS3 team. So the hard work that has gone into this is not slowing down the development of RPCS3. I don't know. That's unfair. I don't understand what this is, so I can't say it's not involving a lot of hard work. But also, what the f*** is this?
This guy's gonna DDoS GBA temp after this video.
when you go to GBA temp, you just get a green bar going across the screen.
X, I don't know if you noticed this, but if you look at the video, I don't know if you could see like through the back quality that his UI is in Russian.
Oh, fuck this guy completely now.
Is he Russian?
That's what the R stands for. It's Russian Personal Computer Station. That's actually not a joke. That's actually what it is.
Wow. Oh, that makes sense because Russians can't afford PS4s or PS5s. That makes sense.
They can barely afford life.
Yeah. Well, you needed 2 jobs to get a PS3, so...
I visited the fake RPCS4 website. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be like malicious. But it's funny. If you open it, it says RPCS4 open source PlayStation 4 emulator coming 2030.
Yeah.
2030 is like, what, 5 years away?
No, I think it's closer than that.
I don't know.
Because weren't we going to go to Mars in 2030?
I think that was 2020.
When's that?
Or 2022.
That's got to be coming up.
It's yeah, I feel like it. I feel like 2020 is coming real soon.
I feel like that's at least within the next 5 years.
And I've got a good feeling about that year. I think it's going to be fucking great. I think everything's going to be fucking hunky-dory.
I'm planning a lot of vacations.
Yeah, that's the year I'm going to travel the world. 2020.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'll just be able to bring my laptop with me and bring all my PS4 games on my RPCS4. I remember when I was writing the article about this, I wrote that they uploaded a video to Twitter, and I said the tweet shows A, and then I didn't know what else to write. So I wrote it shows A, and I was like, what the fuck do I call this? And I just wrote a small progress update. I don't think anyone called me out on it in the thread how vague I was.
I love how you wrote the early arrival of Spine may give RPCS4 a bit more competition.
There's a chance. There's a remote possibility people will prefer Spine over the green bar.
I feel like people are going to be listening to this and they're like, it's just people laughing into the microphone for an hour straight.
It's okay. If they saw the green bar video, they'll be too wowed to notice. Their mind is just racing with possibilities.
This has such meme potential. You cannot imagine this. Every time there's going to be an update for any emulator out there, you can just post this video.
This is the issue with having 2 people working night shift on a podcast who haven't slept in like 20 hours.
Yeah, we're both waiting to go to sleep. Alan John, how hard would it be for the entire video for this on YouTube to just have the green bar going across?
Oh, it's happening. Consider it done.
Thank you. I'm so glad. I can see a big green reflection on you from your computer right now, and I really like to imagine you just are going frame by frame through the video.
Oh, man. I was laughing so much my girlfriend left the room looking annoyed like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, she was making her lasagna. What are we going to do? Oh, no.
Yeah, now the drum solo's gone. We fucked it up.
The backbeat. Oh, we're so off our rhythm now. What are we going to do?
Well, you could just watch the video because that green bar is always in rhythm. It's like a metronome.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I don't think I've played it with sound. Is it possible there's a metronome in the background? Is that what this is? Is it a metronome emulator?
I'm lightheaded at this point from laughing too much.
No, it's just some Russian bickering. It's just somebody complaining about Ukrainians.
That's all it is in the background. All right. That's too bad. It was worth a shot.
Speaking about Ukrainians, I'm ending this episode. Sorry, I don't want to edit like 3 hours of material here, even though we have so much to talk about with this PS4
so much happened
emulator.
this week.
Like this just green line. This is at least 5 hours of Tempcast material. Think about it.
Check the show notes.
I think we're gonna need to go into this on the next episode.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Ellen, let's just keep talking, and that'll give you an extra week to edit the next 90 minutes of material. Because I'm sure this is all anyone's going to be talking about even next week.
Yeah. By the time this episode airs, like, we'd get another update for this emulator, and it's like, oh, guess what? 2 green lines.
Don't even joke about that shit, Alan. I can't handle that right now.
It's too much.
Can I just say, Steven, I love the way you say bar. It's like bar. A green bar.
You're coming around on my accent. Thank you. Alan John, just fucking tell that to the people that are bickering about Canadians in the background. Play him a recording of me saying the word bar.
Bar.
Bar. The green bar.
Oh, man.
Good night. We just wanted to end on that dying cry that Alan John made. That was the sound my cat made after I sat on her.
So you did sit on her. So you admit it.
Nope.
Cat
She's fine.
abuser.
She's totally safe.